Sunrise, blood red on cracked earth. The air, thick with dust, choked her. Maria coughed, her throat raspy, dry. 7 days. 7 days since the world ended, or at least her world, her car. A once shining sedan was now caked in grime, a monument to despair in the vast emptiness. The highway stretched before her, endless, broken. A graveyard of abandoned vehicles, picked clean by scavengers, baked by the relentless sun. The silence was unnerving, broken only by the wind, whistling through the rusted chassis of dead cars, whispering tales of a world lost. Maria hugged her knees to her chest, a futile attempt to ward off the chill that seeped into her bones, the chill of fear. The car, her prison, her only sanctuary. The cracked leather seats, once plush, now offered little comfort. The stench of gasoline and decay clung to the air, a constant reminder of her predicament. She traced the outline of a faded family picture stuck to the dashboard. A husband, a daughter, faces erased by the cruel sun, leaving only ghostly white silhouettes. Memories, both sweet and agonizing, stabbed at her heart. The glove box held her meager possessions, a crumpled map, useless in this shattered world, a half-empty bottle of water and a rusty old revolver. Hope in its most primitive form. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of purple and orange, a beautiful mockery of her despair. Nightfall, with it came the fear. Hunger gnawed at her stomach, a constant, dull ache. 2 energy bars left. She unwrapped one slowly, meticulously dividing it into portions, enough for 2 days, maybe 3, if she was lucky. The water, warm, tasted metallic, each sip a calculated decision. Dehydration was a slow, agonizing death. She knew, she'd seen it. Days blurred into nights, time lost all meaning. Only the rising and setting of the blood-red sun marked the passage of time. Time, she feared, was running out. The wind howled through the shattered windows of the car, a mournful, haunting sound. Whispers seemed to dance on the edge of her hearing, pronouncements of her imminent doom. She knew it was her mind, playing tricks. Or was it? Sleep offered little respite. Nightmares plagued her, vivid, terrifying images of faceless creatures with glowing eyes, stalking her, hunting her. She would wake up, heart pounding, drenched in a cold sweat. The line between reality and nightmare blurred. Isolation was an insidious poison, slowly seeping into her mind, twisting her thoughts, amplifying her fears. The silence, once unnerving, was now a suffocating blanket. The first howl pierced the silence, sending chills down her spine. A deep, guttural sound filled with primal hunger. It was close, too close. She blew out the single candle, plunging the car into darkness. Her hand trembled as she grasped the revolver, her finger finding the trigger, her only companion now the cold steel in her hand. The howls came again, closer now, accompanied by the sound of movement outside. Something was out there, circling her car, watching her, waiting. She didn't dare breathe, her eyes strained in the darkness, searching for any sign of movement. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig sent her heart racing. Morning light brought no comfort. On the contrary, it brought a new kind of terror. Deep, jagged scratches marred the car doors, as if something had tried to claw its way in during the night. She was trapped, a prisoner in her own steel coffin. The howls continued throughout the day, a constant reminder of the danger lurking just outside. They were getting bolder, the creatures, bolder and hungrier. Panic welled up inside her, threatening to consume her. She had to get out, she had to try. Staying here meant certain death, but what awaited her outside, was it any better? And as another night fell and the creatures grew bolder, she made her decision. It was a gamble, a desperate throw of the dice, but it was her only chance. She gathered her meager belongings, her hand shaking as she slipped the revolver into her pocket. Taking a deep breath, she slowly, silently opened the car door. The night air was thick with the stench of decay and the musk of unknown animals. The howls were closer now, seemingly surrounding her. She moved quickly, silently, keeping to the shadows. Her heart pounded in her chest, a drumbeat of fear against the backdrop of the howling wind. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig sent shivers down her spine. She didn't know where she was going, only that she had to keep moving. Away from the car, away from the creatures, away from the death that awaited her. The howls followed her, mocking her, urging her onward. She didn't dare look back. She didn't want to see what hunted her. After what felt like an eternity, the howls began to fade. The silence, once terrifying, was now a welcome respite. She had escaped, for now. She stumbled through the darkness, her legs screaming for rest. Ahead she saw a faint glow, flickering in the distance. A flicker of hope in the vast emptiness. Was it real or just another cruel trick of her exhausted mind? She didn't know, but she had to find out. Taking a deep breath, she stumbled towards the light, her heart filled with a sliver of hope, the hope of survival against all odds.